Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today. As you can see from the title of this video, it's a little different than I normally do because in 3 days, today is Friday, September 9th, and on Monday the 12th, my wife and I are off to France for 2 weeks. We're going to be in Marseille, we're going to be in Aix-en-Provence, Avignon, most of the time, about 10 days in Provence, and then the last 4 days we're going to be in Paris. And I've managed to somehow carve out an afternoon in Paris to do some record shopping. So excited about that. The one place I really want to go to is Sam Records. I don't know if you know Sam Records or not. They're a label out of Paris. It's basically a one-man show. This one guy does everything. Guy's name is Fred Thomas. I'll read from their website. It says, Sam Records is a non-profit independent jazz label based in Paris and founded in 2011 by Fred Thomas. This non-profit label is devoted to reissuing jazz records recorded and produced in France during the 1950s and 60s. While so many labels confine themselves to remastering digital versions, read CDs, and reproducing the original artwork by simply scanning the cover, Sam Records uses only master tapes and recreates record covers using the original photographs, paintings, and or drawings. That generally involves some painstaking detective work, so it's a job for conscientious professionals, not corner-cutting amateurs. So all their records are remastered from original master tapes, 180-gram vinyl pressed by Optimal in Germany, facsimile reissue using the original photo if still available, double insert using the original photo and other by the photographers, and each record has been visually checked to prevent defects. He's only open 2 days a week to the public, which is Friday and Saturday. We're getting into Paris on Saturday morning. So I told my wife, once we get to the hotel, everything checked in, I'm heading off to this, and she's going to do some shopping for yarn and fabric because she's a big knitter, sewer, quilter. So I have one Sam record that I bought before, and I'm looking to pick up some more and actually meet Fred, which would be very cool. The record I actually have, which I bought online, is called Afternoon in Paris. And John Lewis and Sasha Distel, who I don't know, but Sam I know, Barney Willen, Percy Heath, Kenny Clark, Pierre Michelet, and Connie Kay. This record was originally released in 1956 on Atlantic, and then sort of fell by the wayside until Fred found the original master tapes and got the permission to redo it. This is all above board. These are not unofficial presses. These are all official. The back is great, except it's all in French, so it really doesn't help me much. I can't read any French. But with it is the insert with the record in Sam Records, and a really nice inner sleeve. There's the label, Versailles, Afternoon in Paris. And the inner sleeve has the rice paper on the inside, so they did a really nice job with that. And then also with the record came original artwork, which is the cover, which is great. And I'm actually thinking when I get back, I'm going to frame this and put this on the wall. It's so beautiful. So that's Sam Records, and he does, like I said, a lot of represses of American jazz musicians living in Paris in the 1950s and 60s. So, number one. Number two, sorry about that. Number two, another record from Paris. These are all going to be records from Paris. This is Count Basie, and this is April in Paris, Count Basie and his orchestra. Originally released on Verve in 1956. This is a 1981 Japanese pressing. Fantastic record. One of my favorites by him. There's the Verve label. And this is a original mono. And just a great album. Love Count Basie. And this is a beautiful Japanese pressing. Sounds freaking great. There you go. Probably would even sound better if I had a mono cartridge, but so it is, so it goes. Next one I'm showing is my favorite musician of all time. If you watch my channel, you know this is my man. And this is Thelonious Monk in Paris, 1969. This is a 2013, which actually the first release on vinyl. It came out on Laserdisc originally when it first came on. It was sat around for years and finally it came out on Laserdisc, but this is the first release on vinyl in 2013. This was with Charlie Rouse on tenor sax, Nate Heigland on bass, and Paris Wright on drums, and a special guest on a couple of songs, Philly Joe Jones on drums. This was recorded December 15th, 1969 at Salle Palais in Paris on Blue Note. Beautiful inner cover sleeves, and there's the special label with Monk on it, done by Blue Note. This is a great, great album. I love Monk, and a 2-record set of all live music is fantastic. 1969, Monk in Paris. Couple more Paris albums. John Cale, Paris, 1919. This originally released in 1973. This is a 1974 UK pressing. I picked this up when I was in Florida, actually, down visiting my sister in Delray Beach. And I think we went to, I don't think it was Palm Beach, but it was somewhere near there. And we found a record store. There's the UK Reprise label. This is a great record. Very, not his usual experimental stuff he was doing at this point. More pop-driven, more orchestra-driven. But really, really good album. John Cale, Paris, 1919. And, of course, I'm sticking with that Paris theme. So this is Clifford Brown. Great, great trumpet player. Clifford Brown in Paris. This is a compilation from 1972. Originally recorded 1953. Side 1, previously released on Prestige as the Clifford Brown Quartet in Paris. Side 2 and 3 other songs previously released as Clifford Brown Sextet in Paris. And side 4, originally released as Clifford Brown's Big Band in Paris. So, not expensive at all. Less than $10 this is on Prestige. But great music from the 1950s. Clifford Brown in Paris. Then we have another great album. This is Gary Burden and Stefan Grappelli, 1972. This is called Paris Encounter. This was recorded in Paris in 1972 with Gary Burden on vibraphone, Stefan Grappelli obviously violin, Steve Swallow on bass, and Bill Goodwin on drums. This is on regular Atlantic label, nothing special there. But there's the guy. Love the guy in a cape, so cool. 1972, Paris Encounter. Gary Burden, Stefan Grappelli. You can't talk about Paris without having one of the great live concerts done in Paris, and that's Aretha Franklin live in Paris. This is a 1968 original pressing. She does I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Babe I Love You, Groovin', Natural Woman, Dr. Feelgood, Chain of Fools, Respect, I Never Loved the Man the Way I Love You. All her great hits plus others. A great, great album. Aretha Franklin live in Paris, 1968. Okay. And you can't talk about Paris and France without having one of my other favorite musicians, my favorite guitar players of all time, and that, of course, is Django Reinhardt. This is 1970, originally came out in 1970 in UK. This is a 1973 US pressing. All songs recorded 1935, 1938, and one song from 1939. This was the first album of his I ever heard way back in 1973. It must have been. He must have been new when I heard it. And I just knew newly released in the US anyway. And I'd never heard of him. And I walked in some place and some friend of a friend was playing it. And I was like bowled over immediately by this album. So the Quintet, Hot Club of France, Django Reinhardt, 1935 to 1939 on Crescendo Records. The GNP, Crescendo label. Limehouse Blues, I Got Rhythm. It Was So Beautiful, China Boy, Moonglow, It Don't Mean a Thing. Just fantastic. I'm just such a huge Django fan. And one more by Django while I got it. This is a French pressing from 1978 called Djangoology. And there's Django and Stéphane Grappelli. And this is 1937, 1938. Also has, you know, You Rascal You, T for Two, Harlem Swing, Sweet Sue. Just fantastic. On this is a French label on Path Pressing. So yeah, I can't get enough of Django. They actually have a Django festival in Europe where some of the greatest guitar players go and play. I'd love to go there. It must be amazing to see. So there, French, Paris, Django Reinhardt. So yeah, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. Next video won't be until probably October. Hope to get the Sam Records and grab a couple of things to bring home, and a couple of the record stores I found there. If anyone has been or is from Paris and can clue me in on other places to shop, I have Paris Jazz Corner is supposed to be a great place. Heartbeat Vinyl, Superfly Records, and Monster Melodies, as well as Sam Records. Those are places I'm looking to go dig for records. If you know other places that I'm missing, please let me know. I'd love to hear your comments. If you've been to Paris and you have any comments or hints or tips about where to go, maybe a good jazz club that you've been to that you really liked and can clue me in on where to go hear some music at night. Okay? Hey, thanks so much. I really appreciate all the new subscribers I've gotten to my channel. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that button there and that little bell so you get advised of any new videos that's coming out. And bon voyage, and until next time, peace.